For the most up-to-date reporting on their own complete failures as parents, the Dumb Dad News team works around the clock for their family and then come here to report on how it went horribly wrong. Their best moments are telling you about their worst ones. This is Dumb Dad News.
Thanks for watching Dumb Dad News. I'm Ed Zosted.
And I'm Ty Erdparent. Disaster struck at bedtime tonight as my youngest, who is potty training, absolutely flooded the bed. One onlooker was quoted as saying, "This is impossibly frustrating as I just changed the sheets after nap time." In full transparency, that onlooker was me, and I'm still not over it.
Well, it sounds like when it comes to potty training, your son's a little wet around the ears.
We're trying, Ed.
Speaking of futile tries, dinner time. A tradition that dates back to the 18th century was once considered a practice where a family would come together to share a meal and talk about the day's happenings. Recent studies, though, show it is now a festering bog of wet bread, the screams of children who haven't gotten enough energy out somehow, and haunted by the souls of my wife and I's happiness.
On to the weather. 75 and sunny skies today, which didn't matter in my house as my children refused to get off watching their iPads while watching the television. Even had I suggested turning one off, a screaming fit ensued. Why we found it so important to find a house with a yard, I'll never know. Right, Ed?
Why can't I have a nice dinner with my wife without having ketchup clapped into the air?
Speaking of clapping, my son had a chance to win it all at his big Little League game this evening.
Did he knock it out of the park?
No, he did not. The umpire called a strike when it was clearly a ball, and I went absolutely berserk.
All of us parents overreact sometimes.
Well, you could say that. I started by kicking dirt on the plate and called him many profane things we will not air on this channel. My children were embarrassed, my wife cried, and I have a lot of physical and emotional damage to repair. But he's a hack, and he knows it. All right?
Okay.
He's a hack!
That'll do it for us here at Dumb Dad News. I'm Ed Zosted.
And I'm Ty Erdparent. Good night. Dinner time, that bad, huh?
I do not enjoy my children in that time block.